Hello everyone, my name is Adam Vox and welcome back to another OBS Multiplatform or OBS Studio tutorial. This video is brought to you by TunnelBear. TunnelBear is an extremely fast and cheap, or even free, way to protect and hide your data and IP address from unwanted spying, by hiding it behind a bear. TunnelBear also zaps away tracking cookies and allows you to tunnel through other countries to avoid censorship. It's fast, affordable, and even has a free option. Click the link in the description below to try it out for free today. This video is also brought to you by our contributors to our Patreon campaign. Our patrons contribute to our work via a small monthly contribution to help us build bigger and better projects, content, and collaborations, and they receive early access to our videos across all of our channels. Check the description or YouTube card now to check it out. My name's Adam Vox. Be sure you check the links in the description below to all the other tutorials, and be sure you smash that like button before we get started here. In this video, we're going to be going over the video settings for OBS Studio. So to access that, click your settings button and go over here to video. Now you have a few different options you're going to want to pay attention to here. For your renderer, you have Direct3D. For me, it's 11. For you, it may be a different version, or OpenGL. Now, depending on what computer you're on, you may want to choose something else. In most cases, you're going to want to choose the Direct3D option. However, you will want to check out the forums if you don't have that, or if you want to use something else. That will be on a very specific case-by-case basis. But for most users, you're going to want to use the Direct3D option. For me, it's 11. For most people, it should be, on newer computers, it should be 11. Video adapter. I don't actually have this available, so I can't show it to you. But what this means is that you may have multiple video cards in your system. Now this will be possible either if you have a desktop with multiple graphics cards, such as integrated graphics cards and a dedicated graphics card, or a laptop which has Intel graphics and a dedicated NVIDIA or AMD graphics card as well. If you have that, then streaming and video recording is going to be a bit funky for you because your desktop is going to run through the Intel graphics option, and it's going to say like Intel HD 5000 or whatever, or AMD. You know, it's going to run through your processor. So your actual desktop view is going to run through your processor's graphics, but your games are going to run through your dedicated graphics chip, which is going to be an NVIDIA 860M or an AMD something mobile graphics chip. On a and that's for laptops. On a desktop, you're only going to be using your big main graphics card. So look up your computer specifications and find out what your graphics card options are and go from there. The reason this poses a problem for laptop users is because if you're on a laptop and you're trying to record both desktop and games, you're going to be in trouble because you're going to have to switch this around, which means you likely can't record both within one screen or within one stream or video recording, or you're going to end up with a black screen. If you're just trying to record your desktop or just trying to record a game, then choose whichever video adapter and you're good to go. And again, if you're on a desktop with a powerful dedicated graphics card, that's all you need to worry about. Next are your resolution options. Now, this is going to be if you want to change resolutions. So for example, if you right-click your desktop and either go to Screen Resolution or Display Settings, depending on which version of Windows you're running, and this kind of works for Mac too, you'll have a System Settings option. That's not actually going to show you what you have anymore. So go into, if you're on Windows 7 or 8, you can right-click and go to Screen Resolution. You're good to go. If you're on Windows 10, you're going to have to either go into your AMD graphics option or your NVIDIA control panel. For me, since I have an NVIDIA graphics card, it's my NVIDIA control panel. And in your graphics card control panel, you're going to want to check out your monitor's resolution. I have 3 monitors running. I have a 1080p monitor you use for games running through my Elgato capture card. I have a secondary monitor that's 1440p. And then I have my main monitor, which is a 4K monitor. Your main monitor is likely going to be 1080p or less for most users. So you're going to want to find it in your monitor settings. Most of you will likely only have 1 here, and you're going to want to find your resolution. And that's going to be your base resolution. It's going to be, you know, here by default it has the 3 listed. So if you click the drop down menu, it's going to show you your monitors or the 1. That's going to be what you're actually recording, what your screen is. Your scaled resolution is going to be what you want your video file to be. So, for example, if you want to make a 720p video, you can choose 1280 by 720. If you want to do 1080p, then you just do 1920 by 1080 and you're not scaling it at all. It works perfectly. For streaming though, for most streamers, you're going to want to record at 720p or stream at 720p. So you can just do scaled 720p. And then you have a couple different scaling options. By default, the bicubic should work great, but if you know a bit more about, scaling options, you can choose the other ones. But for most users, the bicubic default option works great. Now, something to note, if you have a resolution that is not 16:9 aspect ratio, and I will have a link in the description below, but all of these essentially show, like, if I choose base resolution of a 16:9 aspect ratio, which is my 1080p HD display, it's only going to let me scale it to 16:9 because that's the standard video format that videos should be in. And I can go all the way down to 360p. However, if you have a resolution that is 16:10 or 4:3, which is common for older monitors, such as 1440x900 or 1280x1024, those weird older resolutions, then you're going to end up with black bars. And you're just going to have to deal with that and work with that in video editing if you do video editing, because your monitor is not rectangle, and so you're not going to get rectangle video. A way to adjust for this is to change your game's graphics settings to run at a 16:9 resolution, such as telling your game to run at a resolution of 720p. Then you choose 1280x7, or you choose whatever the base resolution is, but type in 1280x720 as your scaled resolution, and it should work out. Next, you have your frames per second. How many frames per second you're recording your video or streaming. For most users, 30 will be fine. For games where you want to record high frame rate games and you have a powerful enough system, it takes a powerful system to record it. You can do 60 frames a second. But again, you will need a powerful system, a very, very powerful laptop, or a custom built gaming, streaming, recording, editing desktop. Very, very important. You can try it. For most users, it may not work, but you have options here. You can go from all the way from 10 to 60. So standards are 30 and 60 for videos. Keep in mind, if you're not a Twitch partner, you're pretty much limited to 30 FPS streaming on Twitch until you become a partner. On YouTube Gaming, however, you can automatically start recording at streaming at 60 frames per second anyway. So choose what you'd like and click apply. And that's it. Those are your video settings, your video adapter, your render, your resolution, and your frame rate. 30 or 60 FPS, 1080 or 720p, and DirectX is what you should be working with. I do hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more awesome multiple videos. Be sure to check the links in the description below. There's lots of helpful and awesome stuff down there, and I will see you in the future video. My name's been Adam Vox. Thanks for watching. Also, be sure to follow us over on Twitch at twitch.tv/eposvox. That link will be in the description below. We've been picking up more streams, and once we finish our final move here, we're moving to an apartment, we're going to be streaming a ton, so be sure to follow us over on Twitch. And feel free to request whatever game you'd like to see. If you want to see us stream a game, we may very well stream it. Be sure to request it as well.
You've just watched another epic tech video from me, Vox. Consider crushing that like button and subscribing to the channel. That way you never miss an upload. Also, check the links in the description to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and hit up our Patreon campaign for early access to videos. See you in the next epic tech video.